This video is for you if you feel like your mind is not your friend, like it's working against you and making life way harder than it has to be. In this video, I'm going to give you the 3 things you need to know to develop a great relationship with your mind, but also learn how to treat it, right? Look, most humans will think somewhere between 60 and 70,000 thoughts per day, right? That's a lot of thinking. 90 to 95% of those are the exact same thoughts that you had yesterday. Almost all of them. And 70 to 80% of those thoughts are negative in nature. That's like 50,000 negative thoughts a day. You can see why this would drive us all insane. That's a tough place to live from. And maybe you wake up and immediately your mind is just going to like the stress, the worry, the anxiety, the worst case scenario, the to-do list, and it piles up quickly, right? So how do we treat our mind? If it feels like our mind is not our friend, how do we treat it? This is what I'm going to cover in today's video. For those of you who are just here, I'm Jake, and I'm giving you the tools to help you break free from your inner matrix so that you can create a life that you love. And so the first thing that we want to do, and this is something that I use in my own daily practice, right? Choose your thoughts the night before. It sounds simple and it sounds kind of crazy, but oftentimes when we wake up, depending on the night we had, our dreamscape, and what programming is running, we may not wake up with automatic, blissful, peaceful, grateful thoughts right away, right? This might have to be something that we train, that we work in, because it's been 20, 30, 40, 50 some odd years of running the same thoughts. And so what we do is we take charge by creating those thoughts ahead of time. And it's not waking up and hoping that we think them, but rather you've got a list. Maybe it's you print it out, maybe you've written it, maybe it's on your phone. But you can turn to that and just read these thoughts out loud or in your head and allow them to be the first thoughts you think. So instead of waking up and just allowing your mind to go wherever it wants, start reading through the thoughts. Something wonderful will happen today. There's more than enough time today. I can slow down and take a deep breath. Remind yourself of some of these thoughts that feel more empowering, more encouraging, more supportive, more peace-inducing, more life-giving. And if it feels like a stretch to just do I am statements or affirmations, maybe you use it's possible that. It's possible that today turns out way better than I think it's going to. It's possible that my body is stronger and heals more than I could ever anticipate. It's possible that a new client walks into my awareness and I make some money today, it's possible, such a great term, to infuse that softness in the nervous system and the mind that wants to just like fight it, but rather gives you an opportunity to accept that which is being said. So the first one is to just choose your thoughts and then read them out that morning, as opposed to seeing what thoughts your mind automatically gives you. Because chances are 70% to 80% chance that those are going to be negative. The forecast says it was rainy yesterday, it's going to be 80% chance of rain today. All right, so the next one here, what we can do to begin to this, so the next thing here is that addresses trying to like force new thoughts into the mind, right? Whereas the next thing I want to invite in is the act of meditation. There are more studies on meditation now than ever before, and every single one of them is proving the way in which this actually restructures, reframes, and completely shifts our state of mind. It can also heal our bodies. There's so much we can do with meditation. And what I love about this is because it's not about changing the thoughts. Some of y'all might hear meditation and go, I don't want to meditate. I don't want to sit down for 20 minutes and do nothing, you know? But think about it this way. If your mind is constantly racing, what meditation does is it creates a little bit of distance between you and the thoughts. It allows you to become aware that you are the one witnessing the thoughts. You are not the thought. You're not even really the one thinking the thought. You're just the one observing the thought that's passing through your awareness. And all of a sudden, whatever thought is going through your mind, that distance, that separation you've created, allows you to witness it without being extremely influenced by it. So when you see the thought like, I'm not good enough, or, this video is not going to reach anybody, or, my body is weak, or I hate my job, these come across the screen, instead of allowing it to induce a deep negative state of feeling like, oh, absolute lethargy, exhaustion. Rather, the thought crosses the screen and you get used to, with time, days, months, years of practice, to witness the thought and not get pulled down by it. Because oftentimes they'll carry with them this hook. It's almost like an anchor that grabs you and pulls you down into this spiral. I'm sure you felt this, right? Now, what meditation does is it just allows you to create some distance from the thoughts, so that you can have as many thoughts as you want in a day, and you can just be observant of them, witness to them, without necessarily being so impacted by them. So it's like making peace with the roommate who's constantly yapping negative things. Because unfortunately we can't move out of this house. We got to do something to change that relationship. So meditation is another great one. The third and final one, and just before we go there, I just want to invite you guys to subscribe, like the video, follow along, and help me grow this mission of helping people break free from their inner matrix. And really my personal mission, if I share it with you guys here, it's to become a strong and connected masculine leader that allows the feminine and the child in my world to feel safe, provided for, and led. And what I want to do is simply embody that, lead by example, and help fill a world with strong and masculine leaders who make the world around them feel safe. More than anything, I imagine myself having a daughter and wanting her to be able to roam the streets and not be at risk. I know that feels like a stretch of a mission, but somewhere where when we see men wandering the streets, we actually feel grateful for the safety they provide, as opposed to the fear of what they might do with their unhealed pain, unaddressed wounding. So anyways, I'm helping everyone break free of those stories that are keeping us stuck and in pain, and perpetuating it in the world around us, so that we can create the lives we love that we want to fall in love with, and that we can love and enjoy. So the third thing here is get into your body. Sometimes sitting down to meditate when the mind is negative just doesn't work. I'm gonna say it. Sometimes when the mind is running negative, sitting down to meditate just does not work. And so what do we gotta do? Get into the body. Shift out of the mind into the body. Begin to move, begin to breathe. Shaking, dancing, going for a run, a workout, something where you can shift out of the mind into the body, begin to connect to the breath. Feel what's going on in your system and allow the mind to just focus elsewhere. This can be a beautiful way to just shift that. Instead of sitting with it, stewing in it, and allowing the negativity to just spiral, this is the gateway to breaking free from that cycle. Getting into your body. So maybe what's something you can do right now? You could get down and do 10 push-ups. You could start doing 10 squats. You could just shake your hands out. Even just beginning to shake and take 3 deep breaths. That's a way to drop into the body. Now we're feeling our hands are getting tingly, our lungs filled, and our awareness is no longer just repeating the same 50,000 negative thoughts we had yesterday. this is where shift begins. The stories we begin to tell ourselves changes. So if you enjoyed this video, right, recapping: 1, create your thoughts the night before and read them when you wake up. 2, meditate. Learn to create some distance, some separation, some peace around those thoughts that do arise. 3, get into your body. Move out of your head, into your body, and this is going to be the fastest way to shift from that negative state and out of just the overthinking mind. If you guys enjoyed this, follow along, like, subscribe, and we will see you back here for more. Big love.